Hello, welcome to my guide on how to handle a bearded dragon or pagona. In this video I will discuss reasons for handling bearded dragons, how to handle, any precautions you may need to be aware of or take, and what equipment and PPE may be used. For the purpose of this video, I will be using this iguana toy as my bearded dragon for demonstration, as I don't have access to a live bearded dragon or bearded dragon toy, and I'll be using these as the enclosure. There are many reasons you may need to want or handle bearded dragons. A few of the main ones would be firstly, to assess and check their health. Picking up on signs of ill health quickly by regular physical checks is important, as it can prevent illnesses becoming too established to treat, possible death, and reduce vet costs to fix the problem, as things can be prevented more before they need to be treated. You may need to handle a bearded dragon in order to administer medications or ointments prescribed by a vet to get them used to being handled in general, so they are less stressed and easier to deal with in situations where needed, such as during a full clean or enclosure change, or to give necessary treatments. It improves safety for both you and the dragon, as they are less likely to act impulsively, such as trying to run or biting. Handling can be a form of enrichment for some bearded dragons, as it offers change of scenery, which helps stimulate the brain, especially through touch. To start, you'll want to make sure you have washed and sanitised your hands to reduce the risk of you passing disease to the dragon when handling. You should then ensure you are wearing the correct PPE, personal protective equipment, for your situation. In my case, I will be wearing this lab coat before handling my bearded dragon in a health check-in scenario. This will sufficiently protect me from scratches and potentially some bites, as well as reducing my risk of giving or contracting any zoonotic diseases from the bearded dragon, such as salmonella. Other PPE may include wearing of gloves if the dragon you're working with is known to be particularly aggressive or has a tendency to bite. Next, it is crucial before you attempt to approach or handle a bearded dragon, you have done a quick observation of its behaviour, as if, for example, it appears to be showing aggressive or defensive behaviour. You may want to wait an hour or two before handling to see if he or she is in a calmer state to make it safer to do so. Now, when picking up your bearded dragon, ensure he or she knows you are there and can see you, to avoid making them feel threatened, which could potentially result in you getting bitten. You should avoid approaching from above, as this can easily trigger their predatory instinct and cause them to see you as a threat. If they blink or close their eyes as you slowly approach with your hand, you can give them a gentle pet for reassurance. So you would not want to approach like this, but more like this from their level, and you could just pet them like this. So if their eyes blink, it would be a sign that they're then comfortable to be picked up. If their beard under here becomes dark in colour, it means he or she is stressed or feeling defensive. If it's very black or puffed up, it's best to wait and handle at a different time to avoid causing considerable amounts of stress or receiving a nasty bite. So to actually pick them up, scoop your hand underneath the body to support the weight, and have your other hand support the tail and back legs when needed. Ensure the front feet are well supported, as this avoids injury by preventing unnatural movements, as they feel more secure. This will also help reduce the risk of you dropping your dragon. Sometimes bearded dragons, if they're not supported at the back, will swing the tails round, which can cause injury to the back, which is never good. So it's always important to make sure that you're really supporting them and holding them inside of the enclosure to start with, so they feel secure. So, after you've got a comfortable hold on your bearded dragon, you can then carefully remove them from the enclosure and then maintain your hold over a secure surface or near to the ground like this, to avoid injuring the dragon if it does manage to escape your hold. This also allows you to place the dragon down to more easily assess their health in some cases, such as when looking at gait or posture. Checking these is super important, as changes could be a symptom of an injury or a sign of MBD, metabolic bones disease, a disease where the dragon cannot properly absorb or intake calcium from its food for support of bone structure due to a lack of vitamin D3, which is created after exposure to UVB light. You may see signs such as uneven gait or one leg might be limp, so that's really important. Handling sessions should generally not exceed 15 minutes, especially in cooler rooms, as the body temperature may start to drop too low, with them being ectothermic, relying on the environment to regulate the body temperature. Only the optimal thermogradient conditions in their enclosure allow them to properly do this. You should put them back into their enclosure if they start to show signs of stress, such as mouth gaping, bobbing the head up and down, or darkening of the beard. You should remain as calm as possible throughout the entire handling session, as reptiles can easily pick up on nervousness or fear and reciprocate these emotions as they would in the wild when near other bearded dragons or animals. This helps them survive when picking up on a predator in the wild, however may make handling much more difficult. After you've finished handling your bearded dragon, or you are picking him or her back up after having enrichment, use the same method of scooping them up gently, or letting them walk onto your hand if they will, and having the other hand there ready for support. Gently and carefully place them back into their enclosure. Ensure you have properly secured the lock to prevent chances of them escaping and getting lost or injured. You should now remove any PPE used and wash it at a hot enough temperature to kill bacteria and remove dirt. 60 Celsius is recommended where possible. Now properly and thoroughly wash or sanitize your hands before carrying on with your day to prevent you contracting or spreading anything to others. Thank you for watching this guide. I hope it has helped you feel more confident in your handling of bearded dragons.